In the Quran, we grow up with two things. First, you should give your life to God. Second, you should defeat Jews and Christians. I memorized the Quran. I memorized the Sunnah books. I did all of the responsibilities a Muslim should be doing every day. My daily life was always built and centralized around Islam. I was dreaming of that day until I got this fantastic opportunity when the Americans attacked Iraq. 2002, 2003, this was a big fight. And I said to myself, this is the moment where I will give my life to God. I was dreaming with this phone call that would come to me and this man who will help me to let me go and fight the infidels. On this night, I slept, and in my dreams, I saw that I'm running in a very long road. A lot of tree branches full of thorns chasing me, want to kill me. And at the end of the road, there were a man that I do not recognize. And I shouted, please help me, do something. He just extended his hand, put his hand on my shoulder and brought me before him. And once he looked at me, I found out that this is Jesus Christ. He looked deep in my eyes and he said, it's your time to follow me.
Sweden, I have been searching for a good study that can sharpen my Christian worldview and take me to the scholarly world, and God led me to MMWU. In the beginning, I was very anxious about the program, as learning about Islam from blue-eyed people was very strange to me. Contrary to expectations, I was amazed. A professional program with all that you need to be a real evangelist, missionary, scholar. The program deepens your knowledge in an intensive way that updates you with the current issues of Islamic Christian discussions. I graduated from MMWU, and under the supervision of Joshua Lingle from MMWU, David Cook from Rice University, I was honored to write my final thesis on the Trinity. I'm getting ready to do my PhD on the subject of Christological monotheism at Cambridge or Rice University.
Hello, everyone. My name is the Reverend Kwame Bansa, the General Secretary, Assemblies of God Ghana, from the I-Squares Ministry. That happens to be wonderful partners that we share training and equipping of the pastors together here in Ghana. Dr. Joshua Lingle and his team from the I-Square have been wonderful partners who have helped us to train thousands of pastors.
Hey, I'm Jesse Diggs with 56 Ministries in Africa, and I've had a chance to travel around with Joshua Lingle and I-Squared Ministries all around Africa. We've trained thousands of pastors, and I love the vision to train the global church about Islam. That is what is needed in this time. And personally, in our mission schools, in our ministry in Africa, we utilize the classes of I-Squared to train our missionaries. And every year we see people get gripped with a calling to reach Muslims, especially in the Joshua Lingle's class, Issues, Agendas, and the Great Commission.
I have been a student for MMWU for the last 2 years since COVID. I've actually now finished the courses and I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. So our ministry works in one of the 10 most persecuted countries in the world. And we have a ministry here specifically doing evangelism to unreached peoples. And I found that the material through MMWU has been absolutely transformational in the way that we do ministry, especially to Muslims.
Kosovo is 96% Muslim, and I've been serving there for about 14 years now. About 2 years ago, I enrolled as a student in MMWU and started studying the courses there. I've been challenged and equipped to go deeper in my ministry. Most of my ministry focuses either on people who are currently Muslims or believers who have come from Muslim backgrounds. So through the courses, I've been equipped to go deeper in conversations with them and have been able to ask better questions, especially for those who are seeking or those who are disillusioned with Islam. And I've been equipped to answer questions as well that people ask about me, about Christ, or about the Bible in ways that I was not able to before. So I've been grateful for my time as a student at MMWU and the scholarship that I received to do this studies. And it's been great to interact with people in Muslim ministry around the world, as well as hear from top experts in the field of ministry to Muslims and to hear their experiences and the knowledge, the research that they've done. It's been a really incredible experience, and I look forward to finishing out the courses here, hopefully in the near future. As a result of being equipped through MMWU, we are launching an institute in Kosovo that aims to train local Kosovar pastors, lay leaders, other Christian organization leaders to better share the gospel with Muslims. And we expand that reach, we hope to expand that into the Balkans and greater Europe. And since I am fluent in Albanian and English, of course, I will be a trainer that can either do trainings in Albanian or in English as we develop that program in the region.
My name is Reverend Bright Nyamedo, the Ghana Evangelism Committee National Director. MMW does online live lectures, which is very helpful. After the lecture, we are given assignment to do, which help with the students to do intensive study and do other research, and also a practicum of what we study, how to win the Muslims and how to even disciple them. It's awesome. It's an eye-opener and it's great. Our evangelism report is awesome. We are able to win a lot of the Muslims and we are discipling them. As I'm speaking now, Ghana, we have trained over 200 leaders who are able to train other leaders to reach others through MMW lectures.
Hello everybody, my name is Chris from Jakarta, Indonesia. I started to join with MMW to learn about Islamology, and gladly I made the right decisions because from this organization, from this big family, I can learn in a very well-managed, well-structured material, and the presentation is also delivered perfectly by those who really experience in each field on it.
Pakistan. I am an ex-Muslim. I accepted Christ while I was in Pakistan when I was persecuted. Then I left my country and came to South Africa for the further study purpose. And I know something about Islam, but since I joined MMWU, it's really impact on my ministry, because they always invite very, very capable apologists and the teachers, and I was able to also take the same training to the Pakistan because it has done very well. Very simple way, but very profound and very deep stuff that basically, as an ex-Muslim, I can confirm that this is very, very valuable ministry, and Joshua and Ryan and the team has absolutely good heart of serving, so I really appreciate them, and it's really impacting my ministry.
Hi, my name is Joseph Otieno. I serve among Somalis in the northeastern part of Kenya, together with my wife Doris, with our 4 kids. With I2 Ministries, it's really been a great paradigm shift for us. I think we can divide our service among the Muslim people into 2 phases: before I2 and after I2. It was really revolutionary because I realized, the gospel needs to be the filter that helps me to understand whether the people will accept Jesus Christ or not. I don't use my own psychological analysis.
Hello friends, this is Vijay Kiran from Hyderabad city, India, and I thank Mission Muslim World University, especially Dr. Joshua Lingle, who has mentored me throughout this journey of Christian apologetics to Islam.
And the people he's influencing, and with MMWU and I2 and the teaching that's going on, the many different students, hundreds of students who are now getting their degree and learning about Islam so they can then impart to others in their own countries.
Hi, my name is Isaac Dimba from Kenya. I serve here in Kenya in a 99% Muslim area. I'm so thankful for MMWU course, which has been so helpful to me in my ministry, especially in reaching out to the Muslims. MMWU has also equipped me to train other believers who are interested in reaching out to Muslims, and even churches who just equip them.
My name is Gottfried Schittek. I am German, as you can hear, and serve here in Cape Town, South Africa since 2007. If it wasn't for MMWU, I would not have had the guts to read such much primary literature of Islam like the Quran and the Hadith and all that. I would have stuck to a few verses. But that is even topped by the teaching of the first-class teachers, conveyed some confidence in my own knowledge. One example is the spiritual reality of Islam that we study at MMWU, and which I used in teaching over 100 people in Burundi beginning of this year. A day after the teaching, about 12 Muslims walked into the church and burned their Muslim gear. They had understood that there was a spiritual proclamation necessary to show that they had embraced a new life in Jesus. In Burundi, the evangelism among Muslims goes on, and there will hopefully be a follow-up conference next year. Right now, I prepare one for Rwanda in November. Even if one does not do the full master's degree, these studies create a basis of knowledge that gives confidence to do effective ministry and to motivate others as well.
Hello, I am Rita Jebai. In 2020, I decided to do my master's degree at MMWU University, and one of the tasks was to form a team of 8 people. What happened? That inspired me to form an organization, and I call it Atarik. We have a team of 20 leaders. We have held 9 basic seminars, 2 advanced seminars, more than 130 hours of synchronous training, and 4 open conferences. Atarik community is formed by more than 1,000 leaders around 15 Latin American countries.
In Indonesia now for 10 years with my wife and kids who are born here. I'm a teacher in the international school, but also my wife and I, we have a ministry with local Christians, helping them and mentoring them to reach out their own people. Of course, we have been working with the Muslims as well, and we have been trying to reach them out with the gospel. I have been a student from MMWU for 3 years now, and all the teachings, all the professors, all the classes that I have been having, and also the books that I have been reading have been helping me so much in how to respond questions that are very hard for a Christian that just goes to the church on the Sunday, or even to missionaries that don't know how to respond to those questions, to respond them in a good way and making clear what we believe. So MMWU has been impacting my ministry deeply. I don't just have those teachings to myself, but I have been passing out to my wife and other people who are joining me in this ministry. So I'm so thankful to know Joshua and Ryan and all people involved in the ministry of MMWU.
I'm Dan Brubaker. I'm one of the I2 board members and also one of the team members. Both my wife and myself have been friends with Josh since our college days, and that's where we met and worked together at a Christian bookstore, and have been really sort of connected with Josh from seeing the vision of I2, just to see the growth of this ministry worldwide, and the very strategic, really, gathering of materials and professors and teachings from some of the top people in the world and making them available on video and translations into different languages. And now on the WISE Global app in later years, and even now, we can see we're going to be able to stand in awe at the number of lives and the ways that the world has been impacted.
Hello, I am Nono Badoy, the National Director of the Philippine Missions Association. I just want to express sincere appreciation for our partnership with I2 Ministries and with Dr. Joshua Lingel. Our friendship started several years back when both of us spoke at the Manila International Missions Conference. In the Philippines, we have 175 ethno-linguistic groups or nations, and only 14 remain unreached, and all the 14 are Muslims. There are about 12 million Filipino Muslims. That's why we are so excited about this Every Muslim Community for Christ initiative and the WISE Global app, because we believe this will greatly help us to really see Muslims, Filipino Muslims, come to know Christ, be discipled, and really see churches multiplying among them.